The gravel crunched under the tires like bones snapping as the old Ford F-150 lurched to a stop on the shoulder of Highway 290. The Texas sun bleeding orange across the endless flatlands. Joshua's father didn't even kill the engine. Just shoved the door open with a meaty hand and barked, "Get out. You're done." In that split second, as the dust choked the air and Joshua's backpack hit the dirt first, he realized the family Bible his mother had clutched like a shield was now just another lie they'd fed him, right up until the moment they chose blood over their only son. Joshua Harlan stood there, frozen in the whirlwind of red dirt that the truck's retreat kicked up, watching the taillights of his father's rig shrink into pinpricks against the horizon. At 19, he'd always known his family was the iron-fisted kind, Bible belt through and through, where love was conditional and sin was anything that didn't fit the narrow script of Sunday sermons and Friday night football. But this was exile. Biblical, Old Testament exile. His phone buzzed once in his pocket. A final text from his little sister. "Ellie, I'm sorry. They made me delete your number." Then silence. The kind that echoes louder than any scream. He slung his backpack over one shoulder, the weight of it pulling at stitches he'd sewn himself into a flannel shirt 2 sizes too big. Inside, a crumpled pack of Marlboros, his high school diploma, barely, and a dog-eared copy of The Catcher in the Rye that his English teacher had slipped him like contraband. No wallet. His dad had rifled through it on the drive out from Austin, pocketing the cash and credit card with a grunt about teaching a lesson. Joshua's crime? That fumbling kiss behind the bleachers with Tommy Reyes after prom. Word got around in a town of 5,000. Whispers turned to shouts. And by breakfast, his mother was sobbing prayers while his father loaded the truck. Faggot. The old man had spat, the word landing like a boot to the gut. Ain't no room for that in Harlan blood. Joshua hadn't fought back. Not with fists. Anyway. He just stared out the window, memorizing the billboards for Whataburger and Jesus Saves, wondering if the highway would swallow him whole. Now it stretched before him like a promise, freedom or oblivion. He started walking, thumb out by instinct, though who the hell picks up a hitchhiker looking like roadkill on a Tuesday evening? The first car whooshed past without slowing, its driver a shadow behind tinted glass. Joshua's throat burned from the dust, his eyes from unshed tears. He wasn't crying, not yet. Crying was for kids, and he wasn't a kid anymore. But damn if his chest didn't ache like it had been hollowed out with a spoon. He thought of Ellie, all braids and freckles, the one who'd sneak him extra cornbread when Dad was on a bender. Would she forget him? Would they all? The thought clawed deeper than the abandonment. Headlights pierced the gloom an hour later, or maybe it was 2 he'd lost track. A beat-up Chevy Impala, primer gray with rust eating the fenders like cancer, slowed to a crawl. The window rolled down with a mechanical whine, and a voice drawled out, low and gravelly, laced with that easy southern drawl that could charm or cut depending on the day. "You lost, kid? Or just stupid enough to walk this stretch after dark?" Joshua squinted against the glare. The driver was maybe mid-20s, lean as a whipcord, with a mop of dark hair falling over eyes that caught the dashboard glow like embers. A shadow of stubble on a jaw that looked like it could take a punch, and a faded black Sabbath tee clinging to shoulders that spoke of manual labor, not gym reps. There was something about him, wary, but not cruel. Like a stray dog sizing up if you had a bone to spare. "Not lost," Joshua muttered, voice cracking like dry earth. "Just between places." The guy, Tyler, as the embroidered name on his work shirt proclaimed, tilted his head, assessing. "Between places? Huh? That's code for family drama in my book. Hop in. I ain't got all night, but I got enough for a ride to the next town. Joshua hesitated. Stranger danger was drilled into him since toddlerhood. But what was left to lose? He climbed in, the vinyl seat hot against his thighs, smelling of cigarettes and motor oil. Tyler didn't ask questions at first. Just cranked the radio to some classic rock station. Springsteen wailing about Born to Run dreams, and merged back onto the blacktop. The silence stretched, companionable in a way Joshua hadn't expected. "Name's Tyler McCoy," the driver said finally, flicking ash from a half-smoked Camel out the window. "Mechanic by trade, philosopher by accident." "You got one, Joshua." Harlan felt weird saying it, like invoking a ghost. Harlan. Sounds like oil money or cattle ranch. "What did you do to piss him off?" Joshua's laugh was bitter, more cough than chuckle. "Loved the wrong person." Tyler glanced over, sharp as a hawk. "Ain't no wrong in love, Josh. Not the real kind. But folks round here, they got opinions sharper than a switchblade." The nickname slipped out easy, like they'd known each other longer than 10 miles. Joshua leaned back, the tension in his shoulders easing a fraction. They talked then, or Tyler did, mostly. Stories of growing up in Houston's underbelly, fixing transmissions for single moms and dodging bar fights with quick feet and quicker wit. Joshua listened, nodding, letting the words fill the void. By the time they hit the neon glow of a roadside diner in Flatonia, the stars were out, pinpricks in the velvet sky. "Hungry?" Tyler asked, pulling into the lot. "Starving." Inside, over greasy burgers and bottomless coffee, the dam broke. Joshua spilled it all, the kiss, the confrontation, the truck ride to nowhere. Tyler didn't flinch, just listened with those steady eyes, nodding like he'd heard it 100 times before. "My pops was the same," he said when Joshua trailed off. "Beat the queer out of me at 16. I lit out for Cali, but the road brought me back. Funny how that goes. Queer." The word hung there, not a slur but a badge. Tyler's hand brushed Joshua's on the Formica table. Accidental, maybe, but neither pulled away. Heat bloomed in Joshua's chest, unfamiliar and electric. For the first time since the gravel, he felt seen. Not pitted. Seen. "You crash at my place tonight," Tyler said, tossing a 20 on the bill. "Couch is lumpy, but it's yours. Tomorrow, we figure the rest." Joshua nodded, throat tight. It wasn't much, a couch in a single-wide trailer outside town, smelling of WD-40 and microwave burritos. But as Tyler's arm slung casual around his shoulders on the walk to the Impala, Joshua thought maybe, just maybe, the highway hadn't led him to ruin after all. That night, sleep came fitful on the sagging sofa, dreams tangled with taillights and Tyler's laugh. Morning brought coffee black as sin and a job offer. Apprentice at the garage. "Can't pay much," Tyler grinned, handing over a wrench that felt like a lifeline. "But it's honest. And you're tougher than you look." Joshua took it, fingers brushing Tyler's again. This time, deliberate. The spark jumped, and neither pretended it didn't. Weeks blurred into months, the trailer becoming home in fits and starts. Joshua learned engines like scripture, timing belts and torque specs filling the spaces where family prayers used to live. Tyler taught him more than mechanics: how to spot a bad weld, how to throw a punch that lands, how to kiss a man under the harvest moon without shame. Their first time was tentative, all elbows and whispers in the dark. Tyler's calloused hands gentle on Joshua's hips like he was handling fine china. "You sure?" Tyler murmured, breath hot against his neck. "Never been surer," Joshua whispered back, and meant it. Love crept in quiet, like dawn over the plains. Mornings tangled in sheets too thin for Texas summers. Evenings with cold beers on the stoop, watching fireflies dance. Tyler had his scars, exes who'd bailed when the bills piled up, a brother lost to the bottle, but with Joshua, he softened, laughed louder, dreamed bigger. "We could head west," he'd say, tracing patterns on Joshua's back. "Seattle. Portland. Build something real." Joshua dreamed too, of a life without side eyes at the Piggly Wiggly or whispers behind pumps. But roots ran deep, even severed ones. Letters from Ellie came sporadic, smuggled via a post office box Tyler set up. "Miss you. Dad's meaner. Praying for you." Joshua wrote back, pages of ink-stained hope, but never mailed them. Too risky. Too raw. Then came the call, 6 months in, shattering the fragile peace. Tyler's phone buzzed at 2 a.m., screen lighting his face ghost pale. "It's Ma," he said, voice hollow. Joshua sat up, hand on his back as Tyler listened, nodded, hung up. "Brother's dead. OD'd in Houston. Funerals tomorrow." They drove through the night, Impala eating miles like grief. The service was a blur of black suits and Baptist hymns, Tyler's family a wall of stony faces. Joshua hung back, outsider in every glance, until Tyler pulled him forward. "This is Joshua." "My." The word hung boyfriend, partner, love. Tyler settled on family, and the word landed like a gauntlet. Whispers rippled. Tyler's uncle, red-faced and rum-soaked, cornered them after. "That what killed my boy. You're kind." Tyler's fist clenched, but Joshua squeezed his hand. "Walk away." They did, peeling out of the cemetery with dust devils chasing. Back home, Tyler broke, not loud, but deep. Sobs racking his frame as Joshua held him, rocking like a child. "I can't lose you too," Tyler choked. "Promise me." "Never," Joshua vowed, kissing salt from his cheeks. In that moment, love wasn't fireworks. It was anchor, unyielding. But anchors drag. Fall brought cooler winds and darker doubts. Tyler picked up overtime, grease under his nails turning to worry lines on his brow. "Gotta save for that move," he'd say. But Joshua saw the fear, losing the garage, the only steady thing since his own folks cut ties years back. Joshua threw himself into work too, sketching designs for custom choppers in stolen notebooks. One night, oil-slicked and exhilarated, he showed Tyler a blueprint for a bike that screamed freedom. Sleek lines, chrome accents, a phoenix rising from the tank. "For us," Joshua said. "When we go." Tyler's eyes lit, pulling him close. "You're my phoenix, Josh." Rising and all, they made love fierce that night, bodies mapping promises on sweat-damp skin. But dawn brought reality. A pink slip from the garage owner, muttering about tight times. Tyler took it stoic. But Joshua saw the crack, the fear of becoming his father, broke and bitter. "We'll find something," Joshua said, brewing coffee strong. Together, together. The word became mantra as winter nipped the air. Job hunts yielded nada. Tyler pounding pavement in Houston, Joshua cold-calling shops in San Antonio. Holiday lights twinkled mocking in diner windows, families laughing while they split fries and plotted escape. Christmas Eve. Snow flurrying rare and magical. Tyler surprised him with a gift. A silver chain with a tiny wrench pendant. Keeps us linked, he grinned. Joshua's return was a leather jacket. Supple and worn in. Monogram T&J inside the collar. They made a tree from scrap metal and beer cans, toasting with Boone's Farm to futures unwritten. But as midnight tolled, Tyler's voice turned serious. Marry me, Josh. Not legal here, but vows. Our way. Joshua's heart stuttered. Yes. God. Yes. Under starlight. They pledged. Rings scavenged from a pawn shop. Words borrowed from Springsteen and scripture twisted queer. In sickness. In health. In grease and glory. Spring bloomed defiant. Jobs or no. Tyler scored part-time at a muffler shop. Joshua wait tables at the diner. Charming tips with dimpled smiles. Nights were theirs. Bonfires in the yard. Guitars strummed off-key. Dreams spun like smoke. But shadows lengthened. Ellie's letters stopped. Rumors filtered via Tyler's cousin. Dad sick. Cancer gnawing lungs tarred from camels. Joshua's gut twisted. Hate the man. But blood sings. Go see her, Tyler urged. I'll cover shifts. Joshua drove to Austin. Heart pounding like a bad carburetor. The farmhouse loomed. Peeling paint and porch swing creaking ghosts. Ellie flung the door open. 12 now and fierce. Hugging him till ribs ached. They don't know I'm writing. Dad's dying. Asks about you sometimes. In whispers, Joshua's mother hovered. Gaunt and gray. Eyes pleading forgiveness she wouldn't voice. Dad lay abed. Oxygen hissing. A husk of the giant who'd cast him out. No words passed. Just a nod. Frail hand extended. Joshua took it. Pulse thready under calluses. Forgive? The old man rasped. Joshua's throat closed. Maybe someday. He left with Ellie's promise. I'll find you. Back home. Tyler held him through tears. You're enough. We are. Summer scorched. Testing resolve. Heat waves warped the air. Tempers frayed. A bar fight. Tyler defending Joshua from slurs. Left knuckle split and a black eye blooming purple. Worth it, Tyler winced. Ice pack to brow. Joshua cleaned wounds with tender swipes. Kissing bruises. My hero. Nah. Just yours. Love deepened. Roots intertwining. They saved pennies in a Folgers can. Tallying miles to Portland. 1,800. Close enough to taste rain and acceptance. Then betrayal slithered in. Sly as a snake in Eden. Tyler's ex. Marcus. A tattooed drifter with a smile like sin. Rolled into town. Fresh from L.A. Gigs. Heard you were slumming, Marcus drawled at the garage. Eyes raking Tyler like old claim. Joshua met him once. Gut churning at the easy banter. The inside jokes. Water under the bridge, Tyler swore that night. Hands roaming reassuring. But doubt seeded. Watered by late shifts and whispered calls. One night, Joshua came home early. Storm raging. Thunder cracking like judgment. Trailer dark. But Tyler's truck idled outside. Inside, murmurs. Then silence shattered by a zipper's rasp. Joshua froze in the door. Rain sluicing. Heart fracturing at the sight. Tyler and Marcus. Tangled on the couch. Betrayal raw and reeking of cheap whiskey. You, Joshua choked. World tilting. Tyler bolted up. pants half on, face ashen. Josh! Wait! It's not, but it was. Joshua fled into the storm, gravel biting heels, sobs lost in wind. Miles he ran, lungs burning, till a gas station neon beckoned. Curled on a bench, soaked and shattered, he hitched again, not home, but anywhere else. Dawn found him in San Antonio, thumb weary, soul adrift. Tyler's calls lit his burner phone. Please. Mistake. Love you. Joshua smashed it under boot, shards like his trust. Portland shimmered mirage-like. But alone, he took a Greyhound north, ticket bought with diner tips, landing in a rainy city of hipsters and hurt. Crashed on couches, poured concrete by day, drowned sorrows by night. Queer bars pulsed with possibility. Flings that fizzled, hearts too bruised for more. Years ground on, erosion slow. Joshua rose, tattoo artist now, ink needling stories on skin scarred like his. Phoenix his shop name, walls lined with designs born of fire. Men came and went, kind eyes, steady hands, but none lingered. Tyler's ghost haunted, a what-if etched permanent. Then, the call. Ellie, voice adult-edged, Dad's gone. Funeral. He left a letter. For you. Joshua's hand trembled. I can't. He's sorry. They all are. Mom's breaking. Come home. Josh. Please. Home. The word mocked. But curiosity clawed. Closure? Or fresh wounds? He drove south. Impala traded years back. His own ride a sleek Harley purring like vindication. Texas unfolded. Flat and unforgiving. Highway 290 a scar reopened. The farmhouse sagged. Kin gathered somber. Ellie hugged fierce. Twin now to the girl in braids. Mom wept. Apologies tumbling like rosary beads. We were wrong. So wrong. Joshua nodded. Numb. The letter waited in Dad's Bible. Handwriting shaky. Son, I failed you. Heaven or hell, hope you forgive. Love always, despite. The word burned. Graveyard dirt clung. Hymns hollow. As dirt hit coffin, Joshua's eyes caught a figure by the fence. Tyler. Older, silver threading dark hair. Lines carving laugh into worry. Eyes locked. Time collapsing. Josh, Tyler breathed, stepping close. Rain threatened. Sky bruised. You came, not question, accusation. Couldn't not. Heard. Everything. Joshua's laugh cracked. Everything? Like how you fucked your ex on our couch. While I was out earning for us. Tyler's face crumpled. I was scared. Broke. Thought you'd leave first. Stupidest thing I ever did. Damn right. Silence stretched. Charged. Ellie tugged Joshua's sleeve. Give him a chance? For me. Joshua looked at Tyler, worn Levi's. Same Sabbath tee faded to ghost. The man who'd saved him. Broken him. Why now? 'Cause I never stopped. Begging. Josh. One last time. See you. Talk. Whatever you give. The dam cracked. Not flood, but seep. Joshua nodded. Throat tight. Coffee. Diner. Tomorrow. Tyler exhaled. Relief raw. Tomorrow. Night fell heavy. Joshua crashing at Ellie's. Dreams turbulent. Dawn brought diner booths. Coffee steaming. Words halting then pouring. Tyler spilled. Years chasing ghosts. Mechanics in Houston. Heart hollow. Tried to find you. Portland leads dead-ended. Joshua traced mug rim. Built a life. Without you. Proud, Tyler whispered. But mine's empty. Vulnerability hung. Bridge tentative. What now? Joshua asked. Tyler's hand extended. Palm up. Start? Slow. Friends. If that's it. Joshua took it. Pulse sinking. Spark flickered, not blaze, but ember. Friends. Weeks unfolded cautious. Lunches. Walks. Stories swapped like amends. Tyler's laugh still warmed. Joshua's touch lingered. Betrayal's scar ached, but faded, cauterized by time's mercy. One evening, under harvest moon redux, Tyler parked by the highway, same stretch, ghosts laid. Remember, Joshua nodded, wind whispering. You picked me up. Best decision. And the worst. Tyler pulled a box from glove box. The Folgers can, pennies long spent, but inside a ring, twin to the pawnshop vow. Not asking marriage. Just possibility. Joshua's breath hitched. Tears pricked. Not pain, but release. Yeah. Possibility. They kissed then, slow and sure, years melting. Not perfect, scars run deep, but human. Forgiven, if not forgotten. Back in Portland, Joshua's shop thrived. Tyler relocating, wrench in hand at a local garage. Mornings tangled anew, evenings with Ellie visits, family mending threadbare. Love, second bloom, sweeter for the thorns. In the end, the roadside wasn't end, but beginning. Shame begged entry, but grace held the door. Joshua woke to the scent of rain-soaked earth and Tyler's steady breathing beside him. The motel's thin curtains filtering Portland's perpetual drizzle into a soft gray haze. It had been 3 months since the funeral. 3 months of this tentative dance. Tyler's lease on a cramped apartment across the river. Joshua's tattoo gun buzzing through days while nights blurred into what-ifs and maybes. Last night's conversation had tipped the scale. Not a full recommitment, but a step. Move in, Joshua had said over takeout pad thai, the words casual as if discussing weather. Tyler's grin had split wide, boyish and relieved, and they'd sealed it with a kiss that tasted like forgiveness and fear. But morning brought the grind of reality. Joshua slipped from bed, padding to the bathroom mirror where his reflection stared back. 31 now, faint lines etching laugh tracks around eyes that had seen too much too young. The wrench pendant still hung at his throat, a talisman Tyler had refastened with trembling fingers 2 weeks back. Linked, he'd murmured. Joshua touched it now, steel cool against skin, and wondered if links could hold against the pull of old fractures. Downstairs, the motel's complimentary coffee was sludge, but it fueled the drive back to the city. Tyler stirred as Joshua dressed, mumbling, "Call if you're late." "Got that carburetor waiting." "Will do." Joshua leaned for a kiss, lingering. Tyler's stubble rasped soft, a reminder of mornings in the trailer, hands mapping familiar terrain. "Love you," Tyler whispered, the words freighted with years unspoken. "Love you too," slipped out easy, truth surfacing like a diver's breath. Joshua left before doubt could anchor him. Phoenix ink buzzed with mid-morning energy, walk-ins flipping through flash sheets, the apprentice, Mia, inking a mandala on a barista's forearm. "Boss man returns," she teased, needle pausing. Mia was 24, all piercings and purple hair, the kind of queer kid Joshua wished he'd had at her age. "Hot date last night? You got that glow. Joshua chuckled, tying on his apron. Something like that. She eyed him shrewd, but let it drop, turning up the stereo, indigo girls crooning about closer wires. Joshua lost himself in the rhythm. Stencil, buzz, wipe, repeat. A client's story unfolded under his needle. A phoenix, naturally, rising from waves crashing like regret. For my ex, the guy said, a software bro with regretful eyes. Fucked it up. Trying to move on. Ain't easy, Joshua replied, shading feathers with care. But ink helps. Makes it art, not just scar. By lunch, his station ran black with ink and memory. Tyler texted, lunch? Food truck pod? Joshua grinned, thumbs flying, hell yes. Burrito tacos on me. The pod was a riot of smells, churros frying, kimchi wafting, Portland's multicultural heart beating under overcast skies. Tyler waited by a picnic table, toolbox at his feet, grease smears on his jeans like badges. Missed you, he said, pulling Joshua into a hug that ignored stares from yuppie moms. Missed you more. They ate cross-legged on grass, trading bites and barbs about asshole clients. Tyler's laugh boomed, drawing eyes. Still that magnetic pull, the one that had hooked Joshua Roadside years back. But now, conversation veered deeper. Tyler's therapy sessions, twice weekly at a queer center, unpacking the why of that betrayal. Fear, he admitted, sauce on his chin. Thought losing the job meant losing you. Marcus was easy, familiar poison. Joshua nodded, chewing slow. Hurt like hell. Still does. Sometimes. Tyler's hand found his knee. I know. Working on it. For us. The word warmed, but Joshua's mind wandered to Ellie, her latest email, forwarded from Austin, college app stressing. Mom's dating some tool from church. Wish you were here for advice. He fired off a reply between bites. Breathe. You're badass. Call anytime. Afternoon dragged. A full sleeve eating hours. Thorny roses for a dyke biker. Each petal a testament to survival. Mia joined for the detail work. Her line work crisp as her wit. So, spill, she said during break, rolling a joint in the back alley. Tyler's the ex? The one who makes you brood like a Hemingway novel. Joshua exhaled smoke. Portland fog mingling. Yeah. Complicated. Complicated's code for hot mess. But you light up around him. Don't fuck it up chasing ghosts. Wise kid. Joshua stubbed out, heading back in. Evening brought walk-ins thinning, shop lights glowing against dusk. Tyler arrived at close, bearing pizza and a six-pack celebratory. For the move. Boxes tomorrow, Tyler said, stacking slices. My couch to your king bed. Upgrade. Joshua smirked. My bed's lumpy. Like your old trailer. Tyler feigned offense. Bitch. That lumpy built character. They laughed. Easy. But as night deepened, boxes half-packed in Joshua's loft. Tension simmered. Tyler unearthed a photo from the trailer's days. Polaroid faded. Them grinning astride the Harley prototype. Arms slung loose. Look at us, Tyler said soft. Kids with dreams. Joshua traced the frame. We were. Still are. Tyler's arms encircled from behind. Always. If you'll have me. Heat built slow. Familiar. Kisses trailing collarbone. Hands unbuttoning with reverence. They made love on the half-packed floor. Amid bubble wrap and memory, bodies sinking like pistons true. After tangled and sated, Tyler whispered, "Thank you for second chances." Joshua kissed his temple. "Earn it." Move-in day dawned drizzly. Friends conscripted. Mia hauling lamps with curses colorful. Tyler's buddy from the garage, a burly bear named Rico, lugging the couch with grunts and gay jokes. Finally nesting. "McCoy, about time you stopped whoring around." Tyler flipped him off, grinning. "Jealous, cabron." Joshua directed traffic. Sweat beading despite the chill. Heart swelling at the chaos. By noon, the loft transformed, not sterile anymore, but lived in. Tyler's tools racked in the corner. Flannel shirts mingling with Joshua's tees. They collapsed on the new old couch. Beers cracked, surveying the mess. "Home," Tyler said, arm heavy around shoulders. "Yeah." Joshua leaned in. Doubts quiet for now. But peace fractured subtle. Tyler's phone buzzed midweek. Unknown number. Houston area. He silenced it quick. But Joshua caught the flicker. Guilt? Joshua didn't press. But seed planted. Ellie's visit landed like a whirlwind. Bus ticket gifted. Spring break escape. 20 now. She arrived wide-eyed at Powell's, arms laden with books and baggage. "Portland's a trip," she marveled, inhaling the city's vibe, food carts, drag brunches, rain-slick streets alive with rainbow flags. Joshua and Tyler played hosts. Voodoo donuts for breakfast, waterfront hike for lunch, Powell's maze for hours. Ellie devoured it, queer history tours, tattoo peeks at the shop, ink one for me. Stories swapped over microbrews, hers root beer. "You two are goals," she said one night, feet up on coffee table. "Dad would have hated it. But happy for you." Tyler squeezed her hand. "Means a lot, kiddo." Night before departure. Tears flowed, Ellie clinging at the bus station. "Don't be stranger. Love you, big bro. Love you more." Joshua watched the bus pull away, hollow blooming. Tyler's arm steadied. "She's gold. Like you." Work ramped. Phoenix booked solid. Joshua's Phoenix design going viral on Insta. Queer clients flying in from Seattle. Seth. Tyler thrived too. Head mechanic now. Bonuses padding the joint account. Date nights dotted the calendar. Blazers games. Holing up for Brokeback marathons with ironic commentary. Cooking disasters ending in laughter and takeout. But the calls persisted. Tyler stepping out for work stuff, voice low. Joshua stewed silent, old wounds itching. One night, post-shift, he tailed subtle. Tyler at a dive bar, phone to ear, nodding fervent. "Marcus?" Joshua's gut nodded, but he turned back, confrontation bitter on tongue. Confront it he did. Over dinner, steak rare, tension thicker. "Who's calling?" "Ty?" "Don't bullshit." Tyler set fork down, eyes weary. "Old debt." "Marcus. Loan from years back, when things were tight. He's calling it in." Joshua's fork clattered. "And you didn't tell me?" "Thought I could handle. Didn't want to drag you in." "Drag me? We're in this." Voice rose, hurt lancing. Or was the couch a preview? Tyler's face paled. "Low blow." "Josh. That's past." "Is it?" Joshua stood, chair scraping. "Trust's thin. Don't make me regret thickening it." Tyler reached, but Joshua shrugged off, storming to the bedroom. Door clicked soft, but the slam echoed internal. Reconciliation came dawnlit. Tyler at the door with coffee and apology. Eyes red-rimmed. You're right. Full disclosure from here. Joshua pulled him in. Hug fierce. Team. Remember. Team. They talked then. Marcus's shark ways. Repayment plans sketched on napkin. Vulnerability bridged. Stronger. Summer swelled. Heatwave mocking Portland's rep. They escaped to the coast. Cannon Beach. Bonfire on sand. Waves crashing like applause. Tyler carved their initials in driftwood. T&J forever. Tossing it to sea with a wish. Back home. Life pulsed. Ellie's college acceptance, UT Austin. Pre-law firebrand. Mia's promotion. A custom bike commission for a celeb client. Joshua inked Tyler's arm. Wrench entwined with Phoenix. Ink sealing vows renewed. But autumn winds carried whispers. Tyler's ex-boss from Texas. Passing through. Drinks turned confessional. Heard McCoy's shacked up solid. Good for him, after the mess with that drifter. Joshua overheard at a shop pickup. Jealousy flaring irrational. Home that night. He pushed. Missed the wild days? Before me. Tyler blinked. Beer midway. Wild? That was chaos. Babe. Your peace. Peace boring. Joshua pressed. Insecurity venom. Tyler's laugh gentle. Pulling close. Peace is everything. You're everything. They made up slow. Reaffirming in sheets rumpled. Breaths mingling mantras. Holiday lights twinkled early. Thanksgiving turkey charred but shared with Rico and Mia. Laughter echoing loft walls. Ellie FaceTimed. Turkey platter in lap. Y'all look happy. Means the world. We are, Joshua said. Tyler's hand in his. Truth. Winter bit. Snow rare blanketing bridges. New Year's. They rooftop partied. Fireworks bursting. Tyler's kiss tasting champagne and promise. To us, he toasted. To roads less traveled, Joshua echoed. But redemption's path twists. Valentine's. Roses wilting on counter. Tyler vanished post-shift. Phone dead. Truck gone. Panic clawed Joshua. Accident? Worse? Hours ticked agony till headlights swept drive. Tyler stumbled in. Face bruised. Knuckles bloodied. Marcus, he gasped. Collapsing. Ambushed. Wanted double or else. Joshua iced wounds. Rage simmering. We pay. End this. No. Tyler protested. But Joshua dialed already. Funds scraped. Wire sent on. Debt cleared. But cost lingered. Tyler's pride dented. Joshua's trust tested anew. Therapy doubled. Sessions joint now, queer counselor unpacking patterns. Rebuilding brick by brick. Spring equinox. Cherry blossoms pink confetti. Marked milestone. 1 year since the funeral. Since second start. They hiked Multnomah Falls. Mist kissing faces. Tyler dropping to knee mid-trail. Not ring, but vow renewal. Handwritten on birch bark. Words etched eternal. Joshua Harlan. I fucked up once. Won't again. Be my always. Tears blurred falls. Always. Tyler McCoy. Sealed with kiss. Water roaring witness. Life normalized. But richer. Ellie's graduation visit. Internship at a Portland nonprofit bridging worlds. Joshua's book deal. Ink and asphalt. Queer survival tales. Penned in stolen hours. Tyler editing with red pen and red wine. Betrayal's echo faded. Replaced by harmony. Yet humanity whispers. No end to growth. Only chapters. One night. Storm raging. Power out. They lit candles. Bodies close. What if we'd never reconnected? Tyler mused. Joshua traced scars. We did. That's the story. And in that, grace. The ink on Joshua's latest commission gleamed under the shop's fluorescent hum. A fullback piece for a trans firefighter. Flames licking phoenix wings in a blaze of defiance and rebirth. It was his most ambitious yet. 16 hours over 3 days. The client's stories of blaze calls and bathroom battles fueling every stipple. This is me, the guy said, twisting to admire in the mirror. Voice thick. Burned but flying. Joshua nodded, wiping excess. Pride swelling not just for the art but the armor it forged. Legendary. Boss. Mia called from her station, wrapping a fresh sleeve on a punk kid. The shop had grown, 2 new artists. Walls papered with commissions from LA to NYC. Phoenix Inc. no longer just a hole in the wall but a beacon in Portland's queer scene. Joshua's book tour loomed summer's end. Readings in Austin and Houston bookending the West Coast swing. Ellie had RSVP'd for the Texas stops. Her excitement buzzing texts. Gonna drag you to Torchy's Tacos post-reading. Mom's coming too. Brace, Mom. The word still chafed. A blister half-healed. Since the funeral, calls came monthly, halting at first. Recipes shared like peace offerings. Then deeper. Regrets voiced in whispers. I should have fought harder. Joshua forgave piecemeal. Boundaries firm as tattoo lines. Tyler bridged awkward silences. His easy charm thawing ice. Family's messy, he'd say post-call. But worth the tangle. Now, wiping down station's end of day. Joshua's phone lit. Tyler. Stuck late. Boss man's on a tear. Pick up Ty on way home? Joshua thumbs upped. Heart light despite the routine. Home. The loft. With its exposed beams and bay window overlooking the Willamette. Felt solid now, Tyler's toolbox organized under stairs. Joshua's sketchbooks stacked beside the bed. They'd painted the bedroom sage green last month, arguing shades like old times, compromise sealed with paint-smeared sex on drop cloths. Ty collected Pad CEW steaming. Spring rolls crisp. They reconvened in the kitchen. Chopsticks clacking companionable. Tyler arrived grease-free for once. Hair damp from a post-shift shower at the shop. Flannel unbuttoned over a thermal that hugged his chest just right. Missed this, he said, kissing Joshua's temple, nabbing a roll. Missed you, Joshua plated. Wine poured cheap Pinot, but it paired with everything. Conversation flowed. Shop drama, Mia's latest crush. A barista with sleeve tats. Tyler's gripe with a finicky transmission. But undercurrent tugged. Tyler's eyes distant. Fork pushing rice. Spill, Joshua prompted. Foot hooking ankle under table. Tyler sighed, setting down. Boss dropped a bomb. Companies selling out, big chain from Cali. Layoffs likely. Mine first. Seniority be damned. Joshua's gut dropped. Shit. When? End of month. Maybe. Tyler shrugged, but shoulders tensed. Seen it before. Houston all over. Not all over, echoes. Yes. Joshua reached across, hand covering. We'll pivot. You've got skills. My books advance. No. Tyler's tone sharpened, pride flaring. Not charity. Partnership, Joshua countered. Calm. Team. Remember. Tyler's jaw worked, then softened. Yeah. Sorry. Just hate feeling adrift. They cleared plates, migrated to couch, old habits. Tyler's head in lap, Joshua's fingers carding hair. TV murmured background. Some cop procedural neither watched. Remember Flatonia Diner? Tyler murmured. First burger. You looked like a kicked puppy. Joshua chuckled. Felt like one. You were my stray night. Still am. Tyler twisted, kissing palm. Heat simmered. Slow burn to bedroom where they unwound tension in sheets. Tyler's mouth mapping collarbone. Joshua's nails raking back. Gasp sinking like engines tuned. After, slick and sated, Tyler traced Joshua's pendant. What if we buy the shop? You and me. Phoenix Mechanics or some shit. Joshua laughed, breath hitching. Ink and oil? Portland's wet dream. Serious. Pool savings. Get a loan. Build legacy. The idea lodged. Fertile. Sleep came dreaming blueprints. Dual bays. Tattoo chair in the lounge. Queer-owned empire. Dawn brought action. Resumes polished. Networks pinged. Tyler landed interviews. Indie garages sniffing talent. While Joshua sketched logos. Hybrid Phoenix wrench fierce. Ellie's input via Zoom. Do it. I'll design merch. But fate's cruel. Tyler's notice came Friday. Pink slip crisp. Beers at the pub followed. Rico toasting to better gigs. Hermano. Joshua held Tyler's hand under table. Thumb stroking knuckles. Silent vow. Weekend blurred packing Tyler's shop locker. Tools crated like treasures. Monday. Joshua dragged him to a realtor loft space in Southeast. Industrial chic with loading dock for bikes. Imagine, Joshua said, pacing empty bays. Your choppers. My canvas. Tyler's eyes sparked. Fuck yes. Paperwork loomed, loans, leases, but momentum built. Joshua's book launch party doubled as brainstorm. Authors. Artists toasting ink and asphalt. Ideas flowing like Prosecco. Tyler charmed the crowd. Grease monkey stories landing laughs. Joshua's the phoenix, he said in toast. Pulled me from ashes too. Whispers later. Cute couple. Joshua preened. Arm possessive. Tour kicked off Seattle. Rainy readings. Signings swarmed. Tyler roadied. Hauling books. Navigating I-5 like pro. Portland homecoming packed Phoenix. Fans queuing for ink and inscriptions. Ellie flew in. Hugging fierce. Proud. Bro. Your legend. Texas leg loomed heavier. Austin first. Torchy's tacos a bomb. Reading at book people drew crowd. Old classmates curious. Ellie front row beaming. Mom arrived tentative. Floral dress crisp. Hugging awkward but real. Beautiful words. Son. Thanks. Ma. Joshua signed her copy. To healing love. Josh. Houston finale. Tyler's old haunt. Garage ghosts. Reading at Brazos bookstore pulsed electric. Queer elders nodding. Young bucks wide-eyed. Post-event. Drinks at a dive. Marcus's shadow absent but felt. Tyler tensed entering. But Joshua's hand steadied. Past's dust. Dust? Tyler echoed. Ordering rounds. Ellie cornered postbuzz. Mom's asking about you too. Grandkids joke. But. Eyes soft. Joshua snorted. Tell her we're good. That's enough. Tour wrapped triumphant. Advance check fat. Loan approved mid-fall. Phoenix works born. Signage gleaming. Wrench-wrapped bird. Tagline rise and repair. Renovations chaos. Walls knocked. Floors epoxied. Mia conscripted for paint. Rico welded racks. Ellie's merch, tees. Stickers stacked shelves. Opening gala. Ribbon cut. Beers flowed. Clients mingled, tats fresh. Bikes buffed. Joshua inked first client. a gear tattoo on a dike mechanic, while Tyler torqued a custom Harley. Synergy, Tyler grinned across bays. Life thrummed. Mornings coffee shared, plotting expansions. Nights tangled, ambitions fueling desire. But fractures spider, Tyler's late nights tinkering. Joshua's travel gigs pulling west. One eve, argument ignited. Joshua's SF Inc. Con. Tyler sidelined. Go, Tyler snapped. Leave me holding fort. Team, Joshua fired back. Or forgot. Door slammed. Joshua crashing at Mia's. Dawn regret. Apology texted. Sorry. Love you. Tyler's reply, me too. Come home. Mended over breakfast. But crack widened subtle. Tyler's envy of Joshua's spotlight. Unspoken. Winter solstice. Shop party raging. Eggnog spiked. Tree decked in tools. Tyler pulled Joshua to roof. City lights twinkling. Scared sometimes, he confessed. You're soaring. What if I clip? Joshua cupped face. Wings linked. We soar tandem. Kiss sealed. Snow flurrying first of season. New year dawned ambitious. Phoenix works booked. Commissions stacking. Ellie's holiday visit brought joy. Baking fails. Board games brawls. Mom mailed cookies. Note, proud of your empire. But flames test. Spring flood. Willamette swelling. Shop basement swamped. Tools ruined. Ink warped, insurance lag. Cash crunch. Tyler pawned his watch. For us, Joshua's heart ached. Rebuild forged tighter. Community rallied. GoFundMe soared queer solidarity. Mia's girlfriend. Plumber. Drained water gratis. Rico welded flood barriers. Summer heat baked progress. Grand reopening barbecue drawing crowds. Tyler grilled burgers. Joshua slinging tats. Phoenix's rampant. Flames unquenched. Yet doubt smoldered. Anonymous email to Joshua. Tyler's cheating again. Check his phone. Poison pen. Marcus's ghost. Confrontation brewed. Joshua scrolling logs, calls to burner. Late deletes. Truth, he demanded. Phone thrust. Tyler blanched. Ex-boss. Job leads. Nothing. Prove. Joshua's voice steel. Tyler handed over. Clean. Relief flooded, but trust's ember dimmed. Therapy delved. Counselor's words. Betrayal's echo, name it. Don't let it roar. They named. Nights raw with tears and truths. Tyler's vulnerability. Afraid of losing shine. Joshua's. Afraid of repeat. Pledges renewed. Deeper. Fall harvest moon. Anniversary road trip. Highway 290 redux. Texas pull. Diner stop. Burgers nostalgic. Full circle, Tyler said. Hand in hand. Stronger, Joshua agreed. Back home. Fractures mended. Flames tempered to forge. The hum of the tattoo machine was Joshua's meditation. A steady drone that drowned the city's pulse outside Phoenix Works bay doors. It was late September, the kind of Portland Indian summer where the air hung heavy with impending rain, and his client, a wiry queer poet with verses etched into his proposal for a sleeve, winced only once as the needle bit into fresh skin. Walt Whitman meets Harvey Milk, the guy had joked earlier, but now his eyes were distant, lost in whatever rhythm Joshua's lines evoked. Joshua paused to wipe excess ink, the phoenix's tail feathers curling like smoke signals toward the poet's elbow. Breathe through it, he murmured. Pain's just the story setting. The poet nodded, exhaling a line from Leaves of Grass. I am large. I contain multitudes. Joshua smiled, resuming the buzz. Multitudes, his own life felt like that these days. The shop thriving with a waitlist 3 months deep, the book in its second printing, Tyler's grease-stained hands steady on a carburetor across the garage floor, their bed shared without the ghosts that used to crowd the corners. But echoes lingered, faint as the scar on Tyler's knuckles from that long-ago bar fight. The anonymous email had been a dud, traced to a bitter ex-client, but it had stirred sediments Joshua thought settled. Wiping down as the session wrapped, Joshua glanced at the clock, 8:47 p.m. Tyler was closing up a late oil change, radio crooning Johnny Cash's gravelly baritone about walking the line. "Wrap in 10, Tyler called, wiping forehead with a rag that left a streak of black. His hair, more silver than not now at 36, caught the shop lights like frost. Joshua watched him a beat too long, that familiar pull-tugging low, the way Tyler's forearms flexed under rolled sleeves, the easy grace in his stride. Love, seasoned now, still sparked. They locked up together. Ritual. Gates rattled down. Alarm beeped. Hands brushed key handover. Outside, the Willamette whispered under Burnside Bridge, street lamps haloing puddles from an earlier spit. Tyler slung an arm around Joshua's waist as they walked to the Jeep. His latest acquisition, a rugged Wrangler for weekend escapes. Tie again? Or brave the new ramen spot? Ramen. Live dangerously, Joshua buckled in, thigh-pressing Tyler's as he shifted gears. Traffic crawled. Talk light. Mia's wedding plans, elopement in the Cascades. No frills. Just us and the elk. Ellie's law school grind, clerking for a queer rights firm, total boss. But as bridges loomed, Tyler's grip tightened on the wheel. Got mail today. From Houston, Joshua's pulse skipped. Yeah, Uncle Ray. The one from the funeral. Passing heart attack. Wants to see me. Us. The invitation implicit, but loaded. Joshua stared out at the river's black gleam. You going? Tyler shrugged, jaw tight. Feels like unfinished. But dragging you back there. Not dragging. Team. Joshua's hand covered his. If it's closure, we chase it. Tyler's exhale ragged. Love you. Ditto. Home was haven. Loft aglow. Slow cooker wafting chili from afternoon prep. They ate cross-legged on the rug. Bowls steaming. Wine loosening tongues. Talk turned Texas. Memories mined like veins. Remember that bonfire? Tyler said. Spoon midway. After the fight. You patched me up with duct tape and Bud Light. Joshua laughed. Foot nudging knee. Redneck ER. Worked. Didn't it? Barely. Tyler's eyes softened. You saved me then. Every day since. Heat flushed. Bowls set aside for kisses that deepened. Hands roaming familiar maps. Bedroom claimed them. Clothes shed in trails. Bodies joining with the urgency of amends unneeded but craved. Tyler's mouth on his throat. Joshua's fingers in hair. Gasps. Arches. Release crashing like waves on Cannon Beach. After. Curled close. Tyler traced Joshua's back. Texas. You sure? Sure as sunrise. Joshua kissed shoulder. Echoes fade if you face 'em. Flight booked dawn. Red eye to Houston. Rental car for the haul to the old neighborhood. Ellie's text pinged landing. Safe travels. Mom says hi, nervous but excited. Kick-ass. Joshua smiled, pocketing phone. Tyler squeezed hand through security. Adventure, or ambush, Grimace shared. but resolve held. Houston sprawled humid, sprawl of freeways and memories. Rental, a sensible Camry, 8 miles to Ray's ranch style, cookie cutter in a subdivision faded. Uncle Ray met them porchside, gaunt in a flannel not unlike Tyler's, eyes watery behind bifocals. Nephew, hug brief, backslapping. Then, to Joshua, heard lots. Good man. Joshua nodded, throat tight. Appreciate you reaching out. Inside, house smelled of Vicks and pot roast. Ray's wife, Aunt Linda, fussing plates. Talk skirted edges. Shop success. Book accolades. Texas weather, hotter 'n hell. But undercurrent pulled. Ray's cough hacking. Stories veering to Tyler's brother. Miss that boy. Your ma too, gone 5 years now. Cancer like your pops. Tyler's fork paused. Yeah. Life's a thief. Ray nodded, eyes on Joshua. Heard 'bout the roadside. Your family. Rough. Joshua's smile tight. Water under. Long time ago. Not long enough, Ray muttered. My boy's queer too. Married a fella in Dallas. Proud. Bridge extended. Tentative. Tyler's hand found Joshua's under table. Squeeze grounding. Afternoon waned porch swinging. Beers cracked. Ray's tails tumbling. Family lore. Lost chances. Should have said sooner, Ray rasped. After the funeral. Saw the hurt. Wanted to make right. You are, Tyler said soft. Being here. Dusk fell firefly lit. Goodbyes hugged real. Drive to hotel downtown high-rise. View of skyline unwound knots. That wasn't bad, Tyler said. Keycard beeping. Better than. Joshua pulled him close in elevator. Kiss hungry. Room service ordered wings, fries, eaten in robes. City lights backdrop. Talk deepened. Ray's will mentions, shop inheritance. Small but steady. Echoes confronted. Feels closed, Tyler murmured. Head on chest. Or opened. Joshua's fingers traced ribs. To more. Night blurred intimate. Bodies affirming life amid loss. Morning brought airport rush. But peace clung. Back Portland. Rhythm resumed amplified. Ray's check seated expansion. Second bay. Apprentice hired. Ellie's visit postfall. Thanksgiving redux. Mom joining tentative. Dinner chaotic, turkey dry. Pies burnt. But laughter flowed. Mom's toast halting. To found family. Joshua clinked. Eyes on Tyler. To that. December dashed. Holiday markets. Shop decked in garland and gears. Joshua's reading at Powell's packed. Ink and asphalt holiday gift darling. Tyler front row. Grin proud. But past's echo amplified. Christmas Eve. Package arrived. Anonymous. Postmarked Austin. Inside. Dad's old watch. Engraved Harlan Men Strong. Note. Ellie found it. Thought you'd want. Joshua's chest caved. Watch heavy. Tyler found him kitchen stood. Staring. Babe. Ghosts. Joshua handed note. Tyler read. Pulled close. Strength's yours. Not his. Tears hot. But cathartic. Watch pocketed. Not worn. Talisman. Not chain. New Year pivoted. Phoenix Works Gala. Clients toasting growth. Tyler's speech halting. Heartfelt. From roadside to this. Grateful. Joshua's arm snaked waist. Hours. Winter thawed to spring. Echoes quieting. Ellie's graduation law degree. Firm offer. Warrant celebration trip. Vegas. Queer wedding chapel for vow refresh. Rings updated. Platinum bands. Inscribed linked forever. Chapel kitsch glowed neon. Elvis officiant drawling vows. I do, they echoed. Kisses ceiling. Return buzzed. Shop tour SF. Collabs brewing. But fracture fresh. Tyler's check engine light. Literal. Jeep sputtering. Metaphor loomed as doc visit followed. Fatigue nagging. Cough persistent. Nothing. Tyler waved biopsy results. Allergies. Joshua pushed second opinion. Verdict. Early emphysema. Garage fumes. Smoker youth. Manageable, doc said. Inhalers. Quits. Tyler raged private. Fucking body. Joshua held through. We fight. Team. Treatment routine. Meds. Walks. Clean air hikes. Shop adapted, ventilation upgraded. Tyler mentoring remote. Summer solstice. Anniversary marked beach bonfire. Driftwood initials renewed. Waves witness. Echoes gone. Tyler asked. Fire lit. Faint. Like us, stronger. Fall harvested bounty. Book 2 contracted. Roadside rising. Ellie's bar passage party virtual cheers. Mom's pride beaming. But past crescendoed, Ellie's call. Voice cracked. Mom's sick. Breast. Bad. Joshua flew solo. Tyler's go blessing. Austin hospital stark. Mom frail in gown. Josh, she whispered. Hand frail. Forgive. Already did. He held. Tears shared. Ellie flanked. Trio mending. Return fortified. Mom's chemo updates weekly. Shop fund for treatments. Tyler's health stabilized. Joshua's ink therapy. Mom's Phoenix pendant shipped. Worn defiant. Echoes transformed. Not haunts, but harmonies. Life song. Queer and resilient. October's chill nipped at Portland's edges. Leaves carpeting the loft's fire escape in crimson and gold. As Joshua stared at the ultrasound printout clutched in his hand. It wasn't his. Ellie's. Snapped hasty during a Seattle layover. Her voice over speakerphone trembling with a mix of terror and tentative joy. Pregnant. Surprise donor thing. Always wanted to be a mom. At 25. Law clerk fierce. She'd frozen eggs years back. But this? IVF whim. Now reality blooming. Your Uncle Josh. And ties. Whatever uncles are in this family. Laughter bubbled through tears. But Joshua heard the fear, single mom in Austin's grind. Mom's cancer shadow looming. He'd hugged the phone like a lifeline. Promising visits. Support checks from the shop's till. Now, alone in the kitchen. Tyler still at a client pickup. Jeep rumbling back late. Joshua traced the grainy blob. Heart swelling odd. Fatherhood echoed foreign. But uncle? That he could do. Bloodline redeemed in tiny kicks. Door clicked open. Tyler's boots thudding. Babe? You here? Grease scent trailed. But his face lit seeing Joshua. Ellie news. Yeah. Joshua waved the print. Peanuts real. Tyler's grin split. Pulling him into a bear hug that lifted feet. Holy shit. Kid's gonna be badass. Harlan fire. Your art. He spun Joshua once. Setting down with a kiss that tasted of mint gum and home. We fly down soon? Spoil her rotten. November. Mom's next scan too. Joshua pocketed the pic. But weight lingered. Family's pull. Stronger now. Tyler nodded. Grabbing beers from fridge. Full Harlan invasion. I'll grill Texas style. Laughter eased. But night deepened talks. Nursery sketches, Joshua's hand. Baby name debates, Tyler's veto on wrenches. Sleep came tangled, dreams of dusty highways and cradles rocking. November dawned crisp, flight south a blur of turbulence mirroring innards. Austin sprawled welcoming, Ellie at baggage claim, belly subtle under hoodie, hug fierce. You made it, wouldn't miss. Tyler loaded bags, banter flowing easy. Mom waited curbside, chemo thin but smiling, scarf knotted jaunty. Boys, embrace group, awkward dissolved in car chatter. Harlan home, expanded now, Ellie's law books stacked, buzzed preparations. Crib assembled crooked, Tyler's carpentry fail. Ultrasounds pinned fridge. Dinner potluck. Mom's casserole. Ellie's tacos. Tyler's ribs charred perfect. Talk veered baby. Genders unknown. Dreams voiced. Strong, Mom said. Hand on Ellie's swell. Like your brother. Ellie's eyes met Joshua's. Misty. He is. Post-feast. Porch swing creaked under stars. Tyler and Joshua side by side. Beers sweating. This, Tyler murmured. Feels right. Yeah. Joshua leaned head on shoulder. Dust settled. Mom scanned next morn. Clear margins. Remission whispered. Cheers erupted ER waiting. Tears free. Miracle. Mom breathed, hugging Tyler. Thank you for bringing him back. Mutual, Tyler winked. Weekend whirlwind. Baby class awkward. Tyler's diaper demo flop. Torchy's run. Family photos pose stiff then natural. Ellie's glow infected. Joshua sketching portraits. Phoenix mom. Wrench uncle. Departure tugged. Airport hugs elongated. Ellie's promise. Spring birth. You two godparents. Hell yes, Tyler boomed. Portland welcomed gray. But warmed. Shop holiday rush. Tats festive. Snowflake phoenixes. Gear garlands. Joshua's book 2 drafted. Chapters bleeding raw. Roadside to redemption. Grace's arc. Tyler's health check golden. Lungs clear. Inhaler shelved. Doc says I'm bionic, he joked, flexing. Bionic stud, Joshua quipped, pulling to bed. Winter solstice bonfire backyard. Friends circled. Mia toasting to kin. Blood and chosen. Ellie's FaceTime joined. Bump prominent. Miss y'all. You'll gifts exchanged. Joshua's leather-bound sketch for Tyler. Inscribed draw are forever. Tyler's custom wrench set. Engraved build with me. Mom's package arrived. Quilt pieced from old flannels. Note. Warmth for your nest. New Year dawn shop expansion. Third bay. Coffee bar brewing. Clients swelled. Queer network vast. Collabs with SF Inc. legends. Tyler's choppers featured in Cycle World. But dust stirred. Ray's passing quiet. Will executed. Tyler's inheritance modest. Funneled to Ellie's trust. Funeral virtual. Closure soft. Spring bloomed Ellie's dew. Joshua and Tyler road-tripped south. Wrangler packed diapers and dreams. Hospital vigil tense. Contractions crashing. Tyler pacing. Joshua holding Ellie's hand. Breathe. Firecracker. Dawn birthed. Girl. Harper Rose Harlan. Cry fierce. Ellie wept joy. Joshua tears hot. Tyler's awe palpable. She's perfect. Uncle Duty's instant. Midnight feeds. Burp cloths mastered. Harper's eyes. Ellie's green. But spark Joshua's stole hearts. Summer sizzled triumphs. Book launch packed. Roadside rising bestseller queer lists. Tour West. Tyler tandem. Harper cameos via video. Fall harvest. Anniversary marked Hawaii. Beach vows renewed. Lays looped. Waves witness. Aged like whiskey, Tyler toasted. Better, Joshua clinked. Winter wrapped. Harper's first Christmas. Austin Trek-laden gifts. Family full, mom robust. Ellie partnered, quiet architect. Steady. Dinner toasts. To dust turned gold. Echo silent now. Grace's song. Years layered. Harper toddled. Phoenix empire spanned. Franchise whispers. Ellie's firm rose. Mom's remarriage gentle. Tyler and Joshua? Anchored. Adventures peppered. Cross-country hauls. Ink expos. One dusk. Highway 290 redux. Harley tandem. Wind whipping. Tyler throttled. Joshua clung. Laughter free. Remember. Every mile. Joshua kissed neck. Worth the shame. Shame's theirs. Tyler gunned. Horizon calling. Back home. Loft lit candlelit. Harper's drawing pinned. Stick figures. Wrench and bird. Life's canvas. Inked eternal. In the end, Roadside wasn't curse, but crossroads. Begged last looks? Not needed. Love's gaze held. Humanistic and whole.